Alright guys, so we are back. I have put in 1 ounce of cocoa butter into our double boiler, and I have also put in exact measurement I do not know because it was less than an ounce, but I put in some coconut oil as well. When I have the perfect recipe, I may put it on here, or I may just keep it a secret, or if you ask me, I may tell you. But so this is what it looks like. Just waiting for the last cocoa butter to finish up, and then we will be adding 2 vitamin E pills to it as well, so that way it stays preserved and doesn't go rancid. That's going to be our antioxidant. So I'm just waiting for this to finish melting. As soon as that's done melting, then I will use my dropper here to put it in the chapstick, which I will show you that in a second when we come back, the chapstick holder. And then we will let it cool and see how well it turned out, and I will give it a test try on my unexfoliated lips because I haven't been using chapstick. Now they're all dry. See what happens when you don't take care of yourself. Alright guys, I'll be back. Alright, so we are back. Everything is melted. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna suck up some of our ingredients here. No, I'm not, because I didn't even put vitamin E in. Oopsies. I'll be back. My bad. Sorry guys. Alright, so literally what I'm doing is I have 2 of these. I already put 1 in. What I'm doing is I'm using my razor here to cut open the pill. There's still a little bit of vitamin E on there. I cut it open and then I squeeze it into here. I'm going to mix it and then we're going to pour it in here. But I don't have 3 hands or a cameraman on handy, so I will be back in a little bit. Vitamin E capsules in here. I really didn't do the math from the video I watched to see how much vitamin E I needed, but I figured 2 capsules were enough for this mixture. And if not, I'll definitely learn the hard way, as mentioned in my last video. That's how I like to learn. And we will change the recipe. And I'll just have to actually take some time, do the math, and get everything right now. But I want to say that this will be fine. Once again, just making sure everything is nicely mixed together. Sounds good. Alright, now we have our chapstick tube. I think this is going to make more than 1, so I'm going to grab some more out of my bag. Alright, maybe 3. Let's check it out. Squishy. And then let it suck up in there. Move on over to the chapsticks. And just pour it in until it reaches the top. It's very relaxing, not stressful at all. You shouldn't be stressful at all through this whole process. If you're not relaxing, you're not doing it right. Alrighty, on to the next one. Alright, maybe I could even get another one out of there, actually. This is exciting because I can get way more out of here than I thought. And it's only 1 ounce of cocoa butter that I used. I got some at work the other day because I happened to see it and I was like, oh, motivation. And I can definitely get another one out of there. Alright, so I'll have lots of free samples to hand out tomorrow if all goes well this evening. If you write a comment down below and you want a free sample, I will mail you one. But of course, you have to leave a comment down below. Mind you, the only thing in this is cocoa butter, coconut oil, and vitamin E. This last one I'm doing is going to be for myself because it is not going to be all the way full. The other ones are like to the tippy top. Like you see me put a whole bunch of extra drops on the top. Don't want to be skimpy. Alright, I can turn my stove off now. I'm gonna go put these in the fridge and let them cool for like, I think 10 minutes should be good. One, they smell amazing just with the cocoa butter itself. It smells, oh my gosh, so amazing. If you like the smell of cocoa butter, you're gonna enjoy this a lot. Alright, well, let me go put these in the fridge. I'll be back in 10 minutes, and yeah. Alright, so I just went to go check the chapsticks, and they're not done yet. They're still a little bit warm, so instead of putting them in the fridge, I stuck them in the freezer for an additional 5 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes. I am wondering if maybe I used too much coconut oil, but then again, maybe I just didn't leave them in there long enough. I did do a test with the one I told you guys I was going to use as my own. I did let you know that my lips are not exfoliated. But it's a nice finish. It's not sticky. It's a nice smoothness. Both men and women could both use this. Speaking of men and women, so I did get a comment on my last video, however it's not there anymore. I'm not a guy. But I could see where you could see the masculine features, I suppose, because I do have a little bit of a masculine side. But I'm a chick. Sorry guys, or chicks. Really not sure who you were, but yeah. Whatchamacallit, so yeah, in about like 5 minutes I'm gonna go check on them again. Once again, it's not a super shiny finish. It's like a really nice, if you've ever used natural cocoa butter before, which I have not, I've just used like lotion versions. It's just really nice. It leaves a nice like protectant feeling on there. It's definitely like a velvety, buttery type of feel. Very soft, not harsh. Very moisturizing. Like, I could definitely apply this all day long if I wanted to. The scent is really, really good. Very faint, not too overwhelming. So if scents bother you, I think this would be a good one for you. If not, I could always make one with like shea butter instead of cocoa butter. Because shea butter, from what I've seen on another video, doesn't have as much as a scent to it, but it's just as good. Different properties, but just as good. I already need some more. My lips are so dry. But yeah, we'll be back in about 2 to 7 minutes. All right, so I went and did another check on the chapstick. It's not running out, but it did just come out of the freezer. One thing I will say, when applying, it does melt super fast. So my concern is, once it's put into someone's pocket, is it going to melt quickly? So now, depending on how this melts, I may end up adding some beeswax to the mixture, because last thing you want is for your chapstick to melt in your pocket, because that would suck. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Again, just a nice sheer velvety look and feel. This would also be good for this would be good for like any dry areas. So not just your lips, but you could apply this to your whole face. If you have dry cuticles, you could definitely keep this like tucked away with your nail polishes to apply to your cuticles. If you have eczema and you have dry patches, you could apply this to those areas, and I'm sure it would help. But like I said, I'm going to let this sit out for like 10-15 minutes. I'm actually going to top it and put it in my pocket in hopes that it doesn't melt in my pocket. So I have my top, it's going in my pocket, in my pants, and I look fat because I am fat. But whatchamacallit, about 10 minutes, we'll see what happens. If it's completely melted in my pocket, then this recipe was doo-doo caca, and and I'll just have to make a new version and add beeswax to it or some type of wax. But let's just hope that that's not an issue. If not, I'm wondering if I just use less coconut oil, would that be better? Because coconut oil melts at very low temperatures, so that could be helpful as well, because the cocoa butter actually is very solid. We'll see. Test and trial. That's what life's about, right? And once you find that perfect mixture, you know, all things just come together at the perfect time. Just takes a little bit of time, and then the dreams, they just start miraculously coming true. All right, guys, 10-15 minutes. It's been 4 minutes as of right now, And I'll be back. Sorry that my hair looks a hot mess, you know. I think this, I'm not even gonna finish that statement. Peace out. Be back. Alright, so on top of watching one of the most funniest videos I've seen all day on YouTube about a guy getting his head waxed, I just checked my chapstick and I don't have the right recipe yet. So do not do what I just did because you will spill chapstick on your new pants. But you know what'll help that? Dish soap. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some beeswax or almond wax to thicken up the chapstick. Sadly enough. But however, at least we know how not to make it. So that's a plus. Yep. Alright. Well, I guess we'll be back probably next week to see if we can complete this correctly. Beeswax. That's what I need. It's my mission for the week. I might just get some tomorrow, to be honest. Alright, guys. Well, this chapstick was not a success. However, learning was. So, we'll make chapstick another day.